So my hope is just to basically make 2 copies of this, and that means we're gonna make some assumptions that the windows are basically in the same spot, and then we'll try and check with the other one. But the problem with the other one is we don't have any bottom and we don't have any top in the middle because it's all rotted away.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going.
That doesn't sound very good.
Well, that's probably enough.
Today's the day.
We've got wood on the way. We're gonna start working on the walls. Let's hope everything goes smoothly.
Maybe don't sing.
So we got our wood and started cutting. Oh, okay, hang on, he's going on the saw. What we've been doing is clamping the piece to the old piece so we know that it's, where it's supposed to be, and then putting these gussets on each of the joints instead of those little corrugated staples. And so far it seems to be pretty sturdy. Once we get that all in place, there'll be a sheet of Luan over the entire surface of it, and that's what's really going to give it its structural strength. So these are not that big a deal. That's never going to come loose. Well, why use a few staples when you can use a lot of staples?
The guys that were doing it the first time said, just use a lot of staples. Shoot, when they're take this apart.
Do you really think that somebody will take this apart again in 60 more years?
If they do, they better be drinking.
Safety equipment that's dangling from my neck and not actually in my ears. the end of the first day, and we've got pretty much all the framing in there. We've got a few pieces here and there to still fit in, but the basic frame looks pretty good. Wasn't that hard, so hopefully we're not screwing something up. But yeah.
Too easy.
So next time we're gonna try to get these end pieces done, and then it gets a sheet of plywood over it, and that should make it nice and strong. We'll put the curved piece over the top, and yeah, it seems so simple when you say it. All right, that's for today. So today we're picking up where we left off yesterday. It started with removing this front surfboard shaped piece and tracing the contour and cutting out a replacement for it. So we're gonna gusset that into place now, and then we're gonna do the same to the rear. Okay, so we've finished the front radius and got it tacked into place. So we'll move on now and trace the back radius onto a new piece of wood, cut that, and get it tacked in.
Staples?
What about? No, I got them. Okay, so we've got one piece left to go in for the framing, and he's gonna cut that right now. And then we've got to cut a little thin strip that ties all of these together across the top. Then we'll put the luan over it, cut it to size, and this wall should be basically done. Does this have nails in it?
Yep. Don't shoot me through the hand or something.
I'm trying to avoid it. Make sure. Again, glad my finger wasn't there. Okay, so we bent a little piece of pine that I ripped off of one of these furring strips and tacked that along the top. Went much easier than I expected. After that was done, we took a piece of luan and we tacked it into place, and then sort of made sure everything was square and that our door opening was relatively even top to bottom. Now we're going to rip a piece of luan down, put it into place, and then do another piece to finish up the aft section. Alright, so day 2 of wall rebuild. So today we finished the framing on this. We cut sheets of Luan to cover the surface of that frame. That also holds everything square, makes it structural, and gets us ready to move closer to putting things back on the trailer. So on day 3 of wall rebuild, we are going to move on to the next wall, see what we can do to match this wall, keep it nice and exact, so that when we put everything back together, it goes back together nice and square.
What am I gonna go do?
You are going to go give this baby a bath, get him ready for bed, while we clean up this mess and get everything put away.
Day 3, wall rebuild.
It's day 3. We've got some cooler, rainier weather moving in, so we're going to try to get started on the driver's side wall and get as far as we can with that. It's in a little worse shape, so it's going to be a bit trickier to do than the previous wall. But now that we have the previous wall done, we should be able to pattern it off a bit. Half as wide,
So this is the
yeah, we're
driver's side frame, and this is the passenger frame on top of it.
Okay, so everything's cut and in place. So I've gone ahead and put clamps along the outside where I can to keep everything in place while we gusset the frame together. Alright, well that's it for the framing on the driver's side wall. Next we're going to put Luan over this and it will be more or less done.
Oh, really?
Sounded like I hit something.
No, it didn't.
Alright, this guy's getting dark, so we got one piece left. We're going to do this real quick and then get everything stowed away. Alright, it's the end of day 3 on the walls, and we got them built. The weather came up on us real fast, so we had to hurry and pick everything up and stuff everything in the garage, so didn't exactly get the end of that there, but yeah, they're all decked and stapled together and drying. So the next step is going to be to do the decking on the trailer, and then we're going to put the walls upright, wrap the roof over them, and build out the horizontal framing on top of that. Should be exciting. I'm not saying this is the wrong way to do it, but you know,